staying alive. You ever try to talk like the Bee Gees? we should make a day. I don't. This is interesting. I'm channeling into this energy right now, and man, like if you saw my last live, you know, when I wake up and all these cosmic commands are coming in, and you're literally interfacing with all these energies, and it's like part of your job, and you've been doing it, hey, for like 8 years, and man. And just so y'all know, I mean, I have a lot of confirmation around me, you know, that and I send out messages through y'all even. And a lot of y'all know that. But I asked to tune. I came upstairs, and it got pretty intense there at the end of that last live. But it's the nature of it whenever you're the power behind things. And the bad rap that a lot of us get that are having to make these moves right now for the collective is that we're always like Queen of Swords. And we're totally freaking not. In fact, we've had to learn how to embody our Queen of Swords just because everyone loves this character. Y'all might not like it when I'm yelling at people, but you know what? Like a whole bunch of other characters do, and they're moving because I can make that current and get things moving no matter. But I hate that energy when it as fast as it goes raw, then you know, when there's a lot of power behind it, that your body feels it, you know, in the past 36 hours, 48 hours, we've all been hit with some type of nuclear blast inside our system, on our system. And so but my natural state, whenever I'm not being attacked in a dome and having to like outwit my neighbors, is much more whimsical and childlike. And it's a state I prefer to be in. Uh, but I haven't been given the opportunity to do that because of just where we've been in the mission and stuff. And so anyway, I chilled out. I came up here and I heard pull some cards, and that's where we're at right now. I sat down and I pulled, and this is what came out. So I asked for the energy to read. So I pulled this before I got on here. So this is the message, and I ask for the energy in the bubble of everyone who sees this in any type of time and space and dimensionality as we come in. I ask for us to all take a deep breath right now and call in the sacred architect in us. However way that the rhyme can move us around in order to correct our time. Whatever messages that need to come in, whatever questions that are in your mind. I ask to tune into the collective that hears this message. I ask in all dimensions of space and time for my abilities and my gifts to be shared through this network, to give everyone that comes over here their own personal message, to answer the questions that are on your mind, and to show us how to make it all align. In your head, y'all say, Dr. Dawn, she's on live. Because she's texting me right now. Tell her, go check your YouTube, Dawn. So this card is number 50, and that's crazy too, because I just talked about that on that live about 54. And 54 is the sacred architect. And it's because it's the one step right before the 55th dimension. And the 55th dimension is like coming up out of a water plasma field, out of the ocean, and meeting yourself in some type of form in the stretch would be an example. Another one even would be because at 55 you're going to mirror yourself back to each other. You've got a full mirror reflection out of something. Oh, the crow. Yeah, y'all, if you have any synchronicities, please share. So we got crows, so we asked the crows to come involved, the ravens too, and if Loki's around, we're talking to you. Send us the message that you want to hear through Mercury and send it through the gear. Because this is gonna mirror back to you, and the 55th card is basically what is it, the evil witch? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And it really is just like the biggest charged, amplified, all the energy coming off all everything, and then you holding a projection in front of it. And is it lining up for you to step into? Or is there still, you're not quite on the money yet, but it is lining up. And I mean, there's not just one primer code. We're talking about supersets of these little circles and primer codes that either line up like this or line up like this or line up like this, or some will go straight on, and then as soon as you hit that primer code straight on for the first time, it might knock your other ones off that you've been, because you've only been reflecting, if you've only been reflecting from this side, then at this stage you're mirroring half of yourself back to you. That's the twin stage. At full 55, you got to step through your twin, turn around, tap him on the shoulder, freaking merge into his field and become something bigger. Go into the higher dimension, catch all of his shit, press it through the commerce, deal with all that shit, because whenever you're one of us, hello, you're traded on Wall Street. So there's different layers to this in mirroring yourself back. But I'm just telling you, at the highest stage of this that most people don't know and we don't discuss because it's been all on the hush hush and undercover throughout the system, what I just said has been what's been going on. And even just the billionaires that are on the other side of this that have already got their stuff to a stage that now they can't go any further. I mean, they're starting to see the wisdom in things and starting to back our systems and things like that. Things like that are starting to happen. So let's see. This is. I'm gonna try not to talk so much. I'm letting the cards come through me with the message. I wish I could play freaking music on here, man. I just looked up. I just can't. So I guess I'm just going to have to sing every once in a while. If y'all hear a song in your head, type it in here. Maybe I'll pick it up and start singing it. But the true note is upside down. And the icy root is upside down. But it's flowering and look at and we've got the flower over here, which is a sacred architect, but the sacred architect is always, that's what's below the root anyway. Who says that isn't the bottom of the root? We're only thinking of it from an earth perspective, and from a tree perspective, but I mean, the world of roots is a crazy fucking system, I can promise you that. It was also where all the magic was done. It's also why we could undo it. Because how can we undo black magic? Our bodies were held to make it, and we brought magic back in the realm. I'm not going to get off into that, but it's part of the journey, and I talk about it over here. And I know when magic left the realm because we rewalked it as the queen coming into the dimension. The whole system ran again. We all stepped into position. But the true node's been flipped from the sacred architect. So this one this is also, if you have dice, if any of y'all have dice, like at home, any type of dice, you know where they are, go get them. Any type, I don't care. Like, even if you've got six dice, you know, like with the 6 on them, just grab as many as you can find and roll them, and roll 2, roll 3, you know, and just use your intuition. But doing it in the physical is part of this, because because rolling the dice and doing something in the physical to have a physical presence of it. I just cooked dinner. My fingernails are dirty. What the heck? Sorry. I go through stages where I'm all groomy and ladylike, and then I get into my creation mode and I get into my writer stuff, and then I completely lose it. Like y'all care, but I'm explaining anyway. Is that what the point is? I don't know. We're at 40. So level up 057 dimension builder, but this is flowering up. Roll 10D to check dimensional status. So that's it. That's been consistent. 40, 48, 47, 47, 48, 40. The fourth dimension. And that's where all the cotton candy and the love and the gushy shit is. That's the fourth dimension's where all this good stuff is, even in the deck. The 40s. The 50s are power punched, and the 30s are still like be like RCA Technicolor. You got the puppy dog and you got the cool audio thing, but they ain't quite working together yet. So on the other side of this is where we roll all of them, and then we get down to it, but that isn't what side came up. I'm hearing it again. Yesterday, all of a sudden, well, it wasn't all of a sudden, is when we flew through the core yesterday. I swear, we just need a reality TV show. Like the shit that we all say to each other in these groups, and the stuff that we really are pulling off all over the world sounds like Charlie's Angels 24/7. It's like you just get used to it. Oh, that day that we freaking cited Russia? Yeah. Oh, you mean that day? It looks like a good day to blow up the fucking world. Sure, why the fuck not? Let's just blow it up again. I mean, this is the world we live in, and it's been going on for a while. It's so crazy. Cosmic semiconductor. So this is the Pleiades. So and I just took the Pleiades energy out of my room. That, I tell you what, that Pleiades energy, that Pleiadian blanket, this energy right here, I have this in a full Sherpa, and I had it on my floor, and I was thinking about putting it behind my head. But then I was like, you know what? Because I was feeling extra fried. I actually moved it right before all the nuke shit happened. I moved it into the other room, but I've had this energy in my room for like 3 or 4 months. And it supercharges a focus. This energy right here with just these two colors, but lined up. See how that looks like speaker system? And it's not moving around color. Okay? So it's not like there's pink in it like 23, cuz when you get to 23, when you add 20, and you put pink and the deep, 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 deep maroon, and you take, but this is Sagittarius without the yellow. But the yellow is the thought. So this ends up being like a magneto energetic in the high house energy of Sagittarius that becomes part of your bodysuit basically. And but the base of it is this energy right here. And so it like this hoodie, and when we do more stuff with this energy, we'll probably put it on our head. Shawl would also be good. But if you want focused intention, or you're having a hard time focusing, or you want a specific focused intention, I think that this energy or the Sagittarius energy, well, and here's an example of that. It's right here on the top. See, and this is Stargate. This is what was on the top. But this is Cosmic Birth Canal, and it's a little bit more of a riddle. The earth and the stars are my home, says the bull. 7 sisters in the dark following their heart to find Electra. And we got electrified yesterday. Blindly sending and receiving messages of intention into dimensions made by our hands through time on this land. And that's what we're playing, basketball. I mean, because all we're doing is unleashing freaking energy on the latitude and longitudes. And we're like watching it ping around, and we're going, oh my God. Like, but all we're doing is untying it from the grid. Because it's like that Dutch boy dam ain't gonna hold it no more. The leak is far too big. It's going far too back. Like it's coming through. All this blue is gonna end up right there. You gotta pull this. You gotta make this out of this. You gotta this is the lotus out of this. This isn't the end game. This is like a magnet flypaper floor that you get on a common energetic and kind of like a common wavelength to work together, common words, common whatever. There's some type of floor. There's some type of collaboration, and this is like universally. There's some type of energetic that's forming a foundation of something, but it's universal. And now it might have different silos, and there's a shit ton of levels, but it's still organized in this system. But the whole point is to pull this through. And whenever you pull this through and then you turn this way and then it mirrors back this way, and then you're feeling all, and you're all, oh, here's my flower, I'm growing, And then you're like, oh, I can't look down. Oh my gosh, there's more coming. There's more coming. There's more flowers underneath me. There's more flowers underneath me. And now you're like the biggest one, and you get all the way up here, and you're like, and you're like, how do I get my flower back? And here's where you got to get your flower back, but you literally have to just have a little bit of consciousness about it. You need to make some physical moves about it, and you need to realize that if you got that high before, you can get that high again. And there's even still a version of you that's still that high. You just got pierced by the sun, and if you wouldn't have got that high, then the other ones underneath you wouldn't have grown. And you can tell that in just 6 months you're going to be a whole field. Level up 057 Dimension Builder. It is dimensional. You're leveling up to catch or throw a Venus pass. And we did. We totally threw some shit through the sun. Zoom in or out of any situation with the 057 dice. Roll 0, 0. So let's roll 0, 0 on. So we rolled it on the front. Roll 0, 0. And we got 10. So that's Sirius B. And tomorrow in the 10-day calendar is when Mercury goes direct on Sirius B. And Mercury will go direct on Sirius B on July 23rd. Tomorrow is July 23rd on the 10-day calendar. So since we rolled 10, then that goes back to the first 55. So that's lining up with Sirius B. If you roll some of these bigger ones, this is what it's lining up to, which is the next 55 cards in the deck, which is when we get to the thrones. Because the thrones is a thing, and the cherubim is next, and the seraphim is next. And then you break the million system. And that's where all the knights and the kings and the queens and all that are in the Ilian system. But you get out of that by, I can't remember, it's like 100 and something. When this energy connects. So we had the words on this, and this was up. So, but it landed like this. And so it landed words up with the cosmic semiconductor. So the message isn't that we're like physically lining up on this. The message is like, what time is it? Mark the time for the timeline. What time is it? It's 6:57. So mark the time. You're aligning your cosmic clock. Now, and this is senses. So say, align my senses. When my house just popped really loud. Ba-dum-bum. If it was me, then you're going to see the color orange a whole bunch before we hang up. We work in such a quantum energetic state, and what's so crazy is our energies, because all of us have been we're already working together in a unit all over the world. Especially if I've done your charts, or even, astrology. Realize anybody that's following astrology, this is just more detail on why everything is what it is. Whenever you understand the base root of the 32 houses, all of the knowledge that you have on astrology, holy shit. Now come tell me about it. I can't wait for an astrologist to finally get the fucking point over here and come download all of this information and merge these two together, because it is what it is. They know more about the timelines of when all this stuff was going on. I don't have any of that data. That's not what I couldn't have any of that data, because otherwise it would have swayed my perception. All right, let's see. CHee72, give me the astronomy here, darling. Oh, we're gonna go to New York, are we? Whoa, there's that man. Every time I come on here, this card comes out. And do you know that when I'm on my own and I'm sitting here just messing around, this card never comes out? Oh, this one just flipped, and look how this landed. Divine cloud storage. This is Cygnus, and this is Aquarius, and this is where the moon is jumping Pluto right now in the inner wheel in Aquarius. Aquarius, look into my eyes. The price is right. Wheel of Fortune. Sorry. But look. So we've got this guy who's getting formed out of this, remember? And then when this guy gets turned on, look. Aquarius. But whoa, what's this? See? So if I come over here and I go like this and I line all these up and I'm like, okay, which wave are you? Let me get my qubit calculator. Let me measure some space time. Okay, let's charge them all at once. Let's give them a blast and let's see who ripples. On your mark, get set. Send her the message on Telegram. Boom. Wah, 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 wah. Where'd they hit? Where'd they get? I don't know, Chuck. It's still rolling. What do you mean it's still rolling? It's still coming, Chuck. I don't know. It just hit a wall and it doubled back. Now it's doubled back on us. Run, Chuck, run. It's a wave. Because this whole thing's a big ball now working in a system. I'm telling you. And this is flat. I can turn this on its side and these waves go out so far. Like, trust me, you don't want to be out there where there is no barrier. Higher is not the answer on your own. You will get sculled like a fucking fish on a loop. I know. We got sent out there. The only thing that saved us is divine connection. But it did. We got out there and we got in one of these waves and we started picking this stuff up and all of our dead ancestors started talking to us through what you'd call currents in space. And holy shit balls, we learned way more in 2 years about everything down here than anything any Maxwell printer could tell us. Oh my, dizzy. I'm sorry. But look at that imagery. And even this, see how the root, because here it is, it's always been down here. Look, here it is. It's in zeros and ones. There's the fan system. It's always been down there, but all the shit that was layered and then you got to turn this on its side and it's being measured and it's being quantified and what wave are you hitting and did you sign the contract? Because if you didn't sign the contract, you can't go any higher than this because we're keeping this little fat, we're keeping the cupcake. Here's muffin top. We're gonna muffin top this bitch. We're gonna go Tudor Rose. I mean, is this why they wore these around their neck? Back in the old days, those freaking things coming off their neck, like, it's like, are you in the middle of a cauliflower? Why'd you do that? Are you protecting it from the vampires? You didn't want them to smell your pheromones? Probably. Probably. If you think back to like old fashioned and how and why they wore the things they did with all the spiritual knowledge that we have now, man, it's a trip. Like there's a whole new Akashic library on fashion on this planet right now with the spiritual knowledge back. So this is in development. The true node and the IC and the root are producing something new, definitely. It's hitting the moon with Cygnus. The auric dimensions are picking it up. This is a 52. So we've got 7, 9, and 30 right now on the table. The card dice that we rolled so far is a 40. So what's the question? Give me a question. Give me a one-word question that you want to know about something pertaining to this. What do you want to know is going to happen next? What do you want to ask? There's 7 on. I can take it a direction, but I was seeing if there's something that y'all want to ask about anything, if you want to clarify any of these energies, if something's piqued your interest so far. I'm learning how to let the cards communicate and trying to include you guys more. It's kind of like running your own personal one-man band. What will Jupiter and Leo bring? Well, I can tell you what it's brought so far. A freaking hot head. But also a surrendering, I think. So let's see what the cards... Stardust from your cosmic aura is tuning your state. Your self-love and self-worth stored up for this procedure. And FYI, stored procedure is a technology term. You're aligning with Venus to interface. 46 Venus is an 01 reset. What is forming? Pull another card for a clue. Final edits, adjust now before Venus prints. Make a wish. Next step, new moon live on air. Remember, 49 feather comes right after the moon. So look for feathers. And feather is also just, remember the feather is on the pin. And so in a way, it's like when you give your pen power, like when you really want to have the ability to write and manifest exactly what you write, then you basically become your own Biden auto pen in a way, and you take away the government's ability. You become your own pen, but your pen has the most weight when your soul is of a feather. When your soul and the ink is rocked in blood and rock, it might make a statement and it might move the plot, but it will only thicken at some point because it has to at some point be weighed. So that's the first thing, and then that's what I read that, and these guys are like hanging on. They didn't fall out. They're still like, let me see. Jupiter's in there, I think. Is that Jupiter or Pluto? Come on, baby. All right, and these guys were right here with it, and it's all color coded. There we go. All right. Inner child, spit it out. Inner child, spit it out over here. All right, let's look and see what has Jupiter got going on. Because it's a whole little color coded message, is it not? Look, it's got its own little freaking color party over here. It's like I got MC over here. And I guess at some point I split the deck. I don't even remember doing that. So I got MC over here. 21, which this is where the retrogrades are, I mean the eclipses and all that are gonna happen in like the next 8 weeks. And I got Vago on the bottom of here, so that's at genetics. So Jupiter and Neptune are upside down, and they didn't want to come out. They didn't want to. They were like, did we? I mean, but look. I mean, look, literally the colors. This one's mint. This is like a mint green. This is what they're calling Olo, but it's Neptune because this is really the new gray. This color and pink are kind of like the new gray, just in the system. And then this is, you know, being inside a quantum computer. It's like eyeballs in this. And so what's Jupiter and Leo? So the question was, what are we going to get in Jupiter and Leo? And the first one was the 46, and we just read that, and that's lining up with the feather. And also, what is the next card is the message, and then all these were like it was like right there. But look, this is Venus. So what is Jupiter and Leo bringing? Venus. Don't forget it. Venus has already been doing it. Wow. Venus just hit the red carpet. Venus is on the way to Regulus Leo, changing the color guard on the way in. Venus is like, all these primary colors on all color guards I want removed and change into pastels. And if you can't hold the pastel color guard, then you're not royal. How about them apples? Venus is in Regulus right now. Jupiter Jupiter and Neptune are like, oh God. Oh, I mean, because remember, this is Peter and Paul, and I mean, Jupiter is the hook, and I mean, it is the cross. Look, what if I just kept going? That's the cross, and it's part of the fish. You know, and even and me and Michelle the other day, we were like, is Jupiter the cloud? Because this was all lining up on Jupiter. Jupiter comes into Leo. It's lining up in the eye. We go through the nucleus. As Jupiter comes in, Jupiter has an eye. So is Jupiter just our head? Is Jupiter like our head floating around in space? Holding that energy, because wherever Jupiter is, it's and that's the one that has all the moons, and the command center for the moon system is Io. That's the one we rebirthed. So in order to change the system, you have to rebirth Io moon setting, which we did November 17th, 2022, which is what is connecting in now. But that's all coming out of here. Venus change the codes to these guys. These guys are getting an upgrade. These guys are now working in a new system. That's why these guys are like, oh God, it's like they're going to a party and they know they're gonna have to dance. They're going to a party and they know they're going to have to dance. Venus isn't going to let them just like come in, pull up a chair, get a whiskey, and sit in the back and Google everybody. Venus is going to make them dance. And so Jupiter and Neptune are like in the background, like practicing their Aunt Napoleon Dynamite dance. Because this guy's fixing to go retrograde too. This guy's out of Jum Jum too. In fact, on the 7th. And then Saturn's going retro this week per 10-day count. So it's like Mercury went retrograde, then in the 10-day count Mercury's going to go direct, and then in the 10-day count Saturn's going to go retrograde, and then in the 7-day count Neptune's going retrograde. And that's why Jupiter's like, you know what I just saw, when you go to the when you beat the things and the little things pop up, the little moles, and you got to whack them. I just saw whack 'em, because all these little guys are like boop, 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 popping up. But oh wow, 45, 45, 46, 45, 46. So Venus is bringing in, what luminary is Venus working with? Roll 10D to find out. That little 10D dice, where'd you go? If you have dice at home, you can roll it. Just see what you get. I got 80. I have Jupiter in Sag and Leo in my 7th house. Jupiter in Sag. What degree? What degree is Sag? And Leo in my seventh house is communicating a projection. Seventh house is using communication and partnership to create bridges from the higher house, using higher house knowledge into the lower house system. Whack-a-mole. 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 Mark. Ding, 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 ding. Mark. Venus is like stirring the pot, because this is all Leo right now. Venus is the show. Jupiter is going to become the show when Venus gets done with this Draco shit and moves into Virgo, because Jupiter is getting prepared to hold the projection from the beginning of Leo all the way into Virgo without surging through draconic lines. Well, it'll be doing that too, but now it's surging on all of these. It's surging on all of these at the same time, and it's having to clear it all at the same time. So you can't like sit down and get comfortable. It's like quicksand until you get to a point where there's a foundation. You can't. There's no reality there to hold you. You have to create it. But what did we do? I forgot. 80. That's 10D. I rolled the wrong one. See, this is where I get confused with these, so I'm sorry, because I'm getting confused with my own system. Because this is 10D, but this one's got 0, 0, and I always get it confused. Now I got 90. So it's going up, but this is ticking by the second. Because these energies are what we've been all working on. Everything with the narcissist and the paternal order and all their 3D bullshit. All of that is wrapped up in this gumball right here. And Venus is like calling in the colors. Venus is like, purple, you're up. Mercury. We just talked about that. And Mercury just went retrograde, and Mercury going direct. So that's also why the whack-a-moles are popping their heads up. Whack! I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything? Is it safe to come out here? Is it safe to come out now? I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything? Is she gone? Is she gone? Can she see in here? She's connected everywhere over here. You know that, right? Is there a camera up there? Can she see us? Can we leave now? And what's so funny is all they have to do is come apologize. Is she not here? Is she gone? Is she gone? I can't do it. I can't face her. I just can't do it. 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 I mean, but they think that you can't see them because they think that they're one little eyeball. But whenever they look in the thing, every single eyeball turns and like looks at you, and like you're like, okay, who's behind the screen? Because normally these eyeballs would all be moving at different patterns, but when a being comes behind here that's really, really big, then all these eyeballs will line up on your ass, and it'll be come through this Jupiter eye, and you'll be like, holy shit, that is a freaking eye in the sky, and it will not leave me, or something like that. But they think that you can't see them because they think they're in some little eyeball. No, man, you just took over the whole screen. We see your ass. It's a double projection. 6 degrees Leo, 7th house of Jupiter, 19 degrees. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to read this, okay? I have Jupiter at 19 and Sag. So that's the energetic connection coming out of the ground up through the Giza plateau and all the pyramid system that's connected into all cosmic ecliptic lineups. That's at 25 degrees Sag. So 20 degrees Sag is where you're hitting a wake, almost like a tide pool in space that starts pulling you in as much as a force. And so it's like you don't have to run your engines as hardcore when you hit 20. When you hit 20, it's like, oh, we're inside the grid. It's going to pull us in now a little bit. You still have to steer. You still have to have some propulsion because there's a lot of different fake shit coming out of there. However, that 20 degrees. So 19 is like right before you hit that cruise control. So it'd be like being in the fray. But it also be catching, so your Jupiter is where your beehive is. So your Jupiter is where your reality of energies that come in and out of your system are. So basically it's like where your house is on the block. Well, your house is in the fray. So everybody that's coming in and out, and the stories that are moving around you in your natal chart, be interesting to see what it is in your draconic. In your natal chart, the energy is that you're getting it's maybe even could possibly feel like constantly a space rescue mission. Give me some hearts if that makes sense. Of Jupiter in 19, 17 degrees Sagittarius, and that's in your 10th house. Holy fuck. Okay, because whatever's in your 10th house, if you've got energies in your 10th house. So hold on, let me just pull that real quick. So this is going there for a reason. So so Jupiter in number 25, and then 7th house. And see, this is coming up too because your chart's coming up to line up. You're hitting, this is coming up for a reason. A collective reason. I'm looking for this is 25. This is what I just talked about. This is the solar machine. This is Jupiter. This is the cosmic Giza alignment. This is all of these diamonds coming together in this Sagittarian field and blasting this current with, so it's like the current behind the diamonds holding the diamonds. It's the tape that holds the diamonds. All of these rays have to line up in there and then project over into Capricorn. And Capricorn is the alignment at Polis that we just had the full moon on, that lined all of this up. 12D and 20D. So let's just see where you're. And I'm even reading. Whoa, okay. Well, that one just flew out. So that's on 20D. So that's 14. 14 is fifth dimension, and it's also Virgo. It's new Regulus. It's all four energetics coming into a point. So that tells me that you're energetically lined up. Like your Virgo is energetically lined up. And then to the seventh dimension on up to 12. So you are you are in a divine lineup. Oh, and that's the other one I gotta find. That's number 12. That's the Leo degree. And this Leo degree is where the collective full moon that's coming up next before these eclipses, all this shit's gonna go down in Leo. That one's regular. This is where Venus is heading. Venus is almost here. This starts at 26, and 26 is dead on. I don't give it an orb before it just because they abuse their friggin' privilege. Other ones I opened up and I made bigger. Some of them I had to constrict. Every single one of the Hollywood templates, this is the energy they were trying to breed to. Every single one of their cycles and even getting the moon on alternate patterns to breed this energy more, even. Like anything to get more of these on the planet. What'd you say it was? Bravo. That's interesting. Thank you. Ah, Libra. Yeah, see, in your draconic chart, your Libra is on that's notice 1. That's you hold a node, and that's a Templar body interface set. So that's what Dawn's is too. Dr. Dawn, her Jupiter's on that. Are you 1969 or around there? That's how you're able to hold that Jupiter in Sagittarius out here. Cause you already have like your Jupiter in Libra in your draconic is like these lines back here. And it's holding the temple set. Then whenever you get that's how your Jupiter is able to like onboard and offboard and do space rescue. But it might feel like you're doing that just maybe even with animals. Well, and it's also your seventh. It's in your 10th house. So your Jupiter in Sagittarius, and that's in your 10th house. So you're infamous for it. 10th house is you're infamous or you're famous for it. So 10th house is you're known for it. So it's like on the soul mission, you agreed to come back because your Jupiter was a temple, because you were in the collective that held the Jupiter Libra connection. Then you coming in brought that number 16 Libra connection in, which then mirrors all the way up into Sagittarius in the 10th house. So then when just you being here puts up something in the Sagittarius that you're infamous for. But Sagittarius is also alchemy. And changing massive things, like massive concepts and things for the good of everyone, just even little adjustments. It doesn't have to be big stuff, but it's usually little things that make a big difference. You do that with animals? Well, and that's what I can't remember. I went back to look. What was the planet? Because I was reading and then I forgot. And I'm so glad y'all are chatting. I hope you're enjoying this. Do y'all like these readings? Trying to be more of a vibe over here. I get tired of being the brainiac. Well, you always can order a natal. We're going to come on in the next couple of days. I'm going to show y'all what a card read pull looks like, that $25 one. If you've never had your energies done, that's the cheapest way and the fastest way for us to do them. Especially if you know you have a bunch of star points. If you don't have a bunch of star points and they're in the middle, then get the 33. Because the 33 takes us a little bit longer because I go in and it's just about 4 or 5 words, but it does fill in the blanks on every single degree. So I give you some guidance in between there, but that's really it. You don't have any earth in your draconic either? Well, see, that's interesting because that's the fray in space. Because, I mean, if you think about it from astrology, what's earth? You're earth. Right? I mean, I barely have any earth. If you consider 3 degrees Virgo earth, I don't consider that earth. I consider that like a fucking Christmas tree topper getting an electric charge. My Jupiter is in Capricorn, though. I take that back. My Jupiter is 1 degree. So it's all Polus, right? But my Draconic is all Sagittarius. And my Draconic, I'm a master soul. Well, in my natal, I'm a master soul from water. I'm a master soul from Sirius 8, but I have no water in my chart. I'm all fire and air and earth. But I'm a master soul from water. You see? It has to balance out at some point. That's what's so cool about it. When you really, really understand how this works and how it builds on each other, it gives you the whole story. If you hold a lot of power in your natal, I can show you where it came from in your draconic. I can show you where your tree trunk is. Because it's layers. But whatever you have on the Leo degree, and this is where I can't believe it. We're about to go another 4 weeks, y'all. Like we've done this. This is our second page we're going to be putting to the side. We're like right here. Can't believe it. It's our second one already. Ding, ding, ding. We're right here. July 1. And so it's the 22nd here. So 23rd here. And then we've got a page coming in. Knights. The Knight of Swords. And that's a 9 energy. Then these are these next 3 days at a time. And that's when Saturn retrograde is going to go on our node, on our needle on the record. So that's where this whole, wherever the needle is playing these different things in the matrix, it's all gonna start running a double pedal. It's almost like everybody's gonna have to learn how to drive a double pedal system with their right and their left foot. You should have gas on both of them, by the way. So everyone's going to have to learn how to drive with both of their feet, because you really literally have one pedal on each side and this thing's opened up. It's a new needle on the record. Well, on the on the spiritual world, we're going into that on the 5th. And then this is lining the next day, which is, this is Sunday, this is Monday, this is Tuesday. Monday is lining up to May 22nd. And these are the energies that are starting to retrograde. So see how this is just a flat lineup. This is Sirius B. This is number 10. This is just mind patterns. And they're all trying to get some type of consistency right now. That's why everything's a little wonky. And this guy's about to drop another pedal. This guy's about to drop another needle, and it's gonna drop out here first, and then the wave's gonna come and it's gonna catch, and then next week we're gonna be skating back in on Vade, and it's gonna be August 1st. This shit's wild, I'm telling you. And that Sunday is where this full moon is, which is why I came and did this. So see, this is July 3rd. This is July 4th. These are the 3 days at a time. So when I turn the page, July 5th is over here, and that's this full moon. So July 5th, this Leo moon is lining up, wherever, whatever planet you had on it. This is lining up in the outer house on the 5th. And this is cosmic teenager energy. Just because you're getting leveled up in some way, it's like trying, now you've got to drive the car with two pedals. There, it's the organ now fully works and the pedals work, and now your feet know how to get the sound out of the system, and your hands, like, you know how to play the whole band. Or you're learning what vibrations coming off something else, because it's all lining up, because Venus. Because the question was, what's Jupiter and Leo? Well, it's Venus in Leo, because Venus is creating already with it. This is what saved our ass, was our true royal codes. That's why they can't be stolen. You just got to know the process of getting them back. Well, now we do. And lo and behold, that was the recall mission to begin with. Where's our recall? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? See? Where'd it go? They don't, where'd it go? They don't even, no, where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Oh shit, and I bent it up a little bit. Uh-oh. It got caught underneath my arm. See? The trumpet. So let's just trace it. Now, the reason that you trace this is because this is the entire cosmic wheel. So this is over here, this is Pisces. This is hooking into Pisces right here and bringing that into the AC, going up here into Capricorn, Aquarius, shooting it over here to Sag. Oh, I'm getting hot. You getting hot? Then it goes, now actually Aquarius is right here. Really is, inside the system, the woo. And then down here is Cancer. Ooh, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Recall. Remember. Remember. Woo, I'm getting hot. Holy shit. Trace, I just had a pop on my wall. Trace the angelic with your finger and say, angels and guides, one and all, what am I to recall? Angels and guides, one and all, what am I to recall? Angels and guides, one and all, what am I to recall? Woo, take a deep breath. Holy shite, mama. I gotta take a pause on that one. Woo! Shit. So yeah, this cosmic, this is also, these guys are sweating. But this is, the full moon's lining up to clean this up. Okay. Now realize, no matter you just got to get it together. This is, it's like, oh God, mom just found out. I snuck out of the house. I drive home. All the lights are on in the house. It's 3 a.m. Fuck. What do? You're going to have to face the music at some point. You can no longer run into a new timeline. You can no longer code yourself to a different reality so you don't have to face your own music. But you also just have, that's it. You just got to go say you're sorry and get over it. Stop You know what really upset me in my life? Because I was always the one knocking on everybody's door going, are you my mama? Are you my daddy? Just like the fucking kids' books. Are you my mama? And when I would find these people, which by the way, I think is total bullshit, but still, when I'd find them, they would all, it's like their whole reason for being miserable was me. Because you gave me, I gave her up for adoption and I haven't had this daughter and she's been the adopted one. And so all my problems because I had to give up a baby or, shit like that. So much of their identity is built up on it that whenever they meet you, they don't want you around. If you're not all fucked up and like coming in a drug addict, and it's crazy. It's like they want you to be like this charity case so that they can feel better about themselves for feeling bad. But then whenever you show up and you're like, "Oh no, it was a good decision," hey, here I am. You want to be friends now? No. The base root of my sympathy system is you. So if I take you and I put you in my life now, but thanks for showing up because now I have an excuse and I can attack you from afar so that you can fulfill your mission of making me miserable, because that's what your job is your character is evidently just to make me miserable because, this is what you've assigned it. So nuts, man. Whatever. You have a higher spiritual side. You are halfway. You choose to ignore the consequences of the power you hold to do what pleases you. You only. You're a cosmic teenager, but we all learn you can't hide fire. It leaves a trail. And we all try. And most of the time, we don't even know that we're causing the fire. Most of the time, this lesson is that you caused the fire. You didn't even know that you caused the fire. You didn't light a match. You didn't go into the forest and light a match. No, you went into the forest, you screamed and got in a fucking piss-ass fight with your fucking spouse. You started a goddamn forest fire. You think that's impossible? I beg to differ. And this is the energy that our twins are in. Especially once, it's like right before I came on, I was thinking, I was like, that whole little checkbox of relationships, it's complicated. You're dealing with a whole new level of complicated. You're dealing with, are you my mommy? Are you my daddy? Are you my brother? Are you my sister? Oh fuck, you've been all of them, and now you're my child in another dimension, in the wrong body, and connected into every corporation down here, and everyone's got to have a party for y'all to get together because it's too much money on everyone's side. So all that has to be worked out too, and it even happens behind the scenes, like right now, before you even know that you're getting the part. There's more of that across the board, and you're tested, and me too. And this is why they get mad at me, because they can't control me. You never know what I'm going to say. But here's my point with that. You stop attacking me, you start working with me, you start cooperating with me, you start collaborating with me, you never know what I'm going to say. You attack me, you come at me, I'm going to use that shit against you every fucking minute until you stop throwing it. It's kind of the point. We had to make you. But how do you make somebody do something that has free will and keep your free will? Because if I take your free will, then I lose my free will. That's why you're never going to catch me spying on you. You do not have to worry about it. Like, if you want me to tap in, you got to say tap in. And I can't see you ass naked. Somebody's naked right now. But I can't see you. But you did just take off your shirt. I can't see you. I can't tell you how it is that I can, but you're tuned into me and we're energetically closer than I can say, you know. Somebody else might be able to see you if they have my, but I'm not seeing you. You even have to learn how to set up boundaries with this, and it's actually really fun whenever you're dating high conscious people because I mean, and it's actually it was a problem. It actually became a problem. Dating in the 5D was way easier and way more desirable and way more fun than dating in the 3D with what was around you, and it became an issue because of the abilities that we have to communicate consciously from afar and what we are able to do to each other from afar. Whenever you have all this connected, in the very beginning, whenever my this meta twin energy came in, when it first came in before they did the spell in December 2019, it's like even whenever he started, I don't know if he signed up for it or if he's he's probably part of it, but whatever. As soon as he went into a pressure cooker and as soon as he started driving out in the woods to that shit over the New Year's, I saw him. I saw him and I could tell you exactly what that fucking Bronco looks like. It's a Bronco. If their intention is geared in on you, even if they're thinking about you obsessively, you can start seeing through their eyes. Also, realize that others can do that to you. So, this is where, you know, there are some communications that you want, you know, it's like we all work together, it's going to come out your eyes no matter, it's going to connect no matter. What you learn to do is put up little barriers around it, and the only way that you learn this significantly, y'all, is by letting the wrong people in. It is. You can, there's a chamber door in here, like you have chamber doors. Oh, I'm giving y'all some secrets. This is the recall, this is why we got hot. How many's on here? 8? Okay. If you're single, I would not do this in a marriage. It'll complicate the fucking shit out of your world. And if you are in a marriage and you're contemplating this, you need to contemplate your marriage before you do this. And I do not condone any 5D bullshit or porn or anything outside of a married status relationship. If you are single and or divorced or widowed or just want to fucking explore and you're in your feminine energy or you're in your masculine energy, if there is a masculine that you want to invite, that you're talking to, even if it's somebody, now this is where you're going to make a mistake probably if you do it on the internet, but it's even okay because you know, you won't learn about these chambers really well until until some people, until you invite a few in and then you feel the energy build up and then pressurize, and then you know how to protect it better. It's kind of like you don't know how to booby trap the barn until you turn all the lights on and see where all the boards are now. But within the temple sets in the feminine, there is a dating ritual, and you do have to invite the masculine in. He cannot just come in. You have to invite the masculine in to your chamber, and it is called the chamber, and it is like I personally set up a knocking system. You can also put people in the healing in your chamber. It doesn't have to be sexual at all, and it is used for both. Your healing chamber, and anybody that you put in, like if you put someone in a healing chamber with you for the night, I've done this many times, but I'll do it for the night. I'll put it on a timer, and it's for the night, and I tell you to knock before you come in, because when I do that, there might be 2 or 3 of y'all that are in there, and I tell you, if you hear a knock, someone else is coming in. That's it. Just know we're all in there fucking aligning and fucking just vibing. We're all healing and a signature, and you're getting called in there so that you can feel that layer and feel that space. But on a personal level too, not just and do this for yourself. Put yourself in your own chamber. Remember that you need the reflection to come back on you. Sometimes you need to stop giving out your healing energy and just reflect it all back on you. And that's basically what your chamber is. You're sealing off all your reflective energy, and you're putting it back on you to charge yourself up. And but in a masculine, feminine, and this is even in the dragon stuff, I mean, this is just how it's done energetically in the ethers. You have to invite them in, and they have to follow direction, or they get punished. That part's playing out now. But that I'm even talking about this means it's even safe to do again. So you can invite them into your chamber, but do a timer on it and remember that they're in there and see what happens. I mean, it does create a tighter connection, like whenever you're talking, and especially in a sexual way, because I mean, then there's like an energetic charge, maybe, or not, just a comfortability because your energy bodies have been in the same room. Not that just because you go into the chamber you're getting laid, but in a higher etheric energy, just 2 energy bodies coming into union like that would appear that that's what's happening anyway, even if it's just 2 energies in a room. If that makes sense. Because it's 2 energies in a space that hadn't been, and it's and even this is like the base root of this whole. Anyway, I won't even talk about their crazy shit that they were doing, but just remember they took all the natural shit and they did it inverted. And I'm gonna shuffle these, and I got Pluto staring at me. That literally heals you in so many ways. It feels like dropping in 0 point field. Yay! Oh, did I do it? I always do. Sometimes I'm so bad about doing them upside down. Me over here giggling, wanting to sell some money at the group that I got. Wish I could see better when this thing is on my neck. I need. I feel like I need a harmonica sticking off my phone. If you saw me right now. Okay. Give me the claro. If y'all know anybody who has their own tarot art, I want to talk to them. Because we want to color code it and make it a partner to this deck. Why am I singing like an opera? And why did all the cards come down face down? It's the 3 wise men. Drum roll, please. Uh-oh. 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 Neptune lost the pot of gold. Let's see what the angels bring to thee. Oh, looky there. Looky there. Pennies from heaven falling from nowhere. Looky there. Looky there. You didn't lose shit. You went square. Now let's look to the right and see what might we find on top of a double Dutch bus of eyes with the true node under between our thighs. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. We cut the ties to the door and to our legs if they're bound. Okay, I'm out of rhyme. I just had a gust of wind sweep through. Yay! Y'all send something to each other. Y'all send some energy through the field. Okay, let's do a little exercise. Everyone to think of a color right now. Think of a color. First color comes to your mind. Think of it. Think of it. Don't change it. Can't change your mind. First one. First one. That's it. Don't change it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Hold it in your head. Hold the color. Now send out a message on that color. Send out a message on that color. One word. Whatever that color is, give me one word for that color. Now send out a message. Now everybody say their one word at the same time, even if it's the color. Even if your one word's the color, but I mean, that's not very creative, but go ahead. Even if it's one word, say the one word. On 1, 2, 3, everybody say their word. 1, 2, 3. Type what you heard. Anybody hear a word? Anybody hear a word? Anybody hear a color? Anybody hear a word? Anybody hear a color? Hot. Anybody hear it? Yep, pressing through the seat. We're clearing through. Anybody hear a word? Anybody hear a color? If you didn't hear a word, you didn't hear a color, I want you to go send it. I command my message sent. Send it now. Somebody hear it. If all of a sudden you get a color or you get a word that pops in your head, I want you to say it. Just type it here. Just whatever it is. Bulldozer. Black hole sun. Why are they landing? Green. Pop. Let's see what this is. Green. Looky, looky, loo. More coins, too. 2 of Pentacles. So over here, and this is over here with our Sagittarius and our Sacred Architect. So we got 2 of Pentacles over here. We got 8 of Pentacles over here. We got everybody's hearing green. We got green all over the board with Pentacles. For whatever reason, I'm holding the deck like this. Whoa. Somebody's world just turned upside down. They're going a new direction. Wow. Boom. Here comes the boom. Ready or not. Here comes the boys from the South. That's a whole book. 2. Andromeda. That's right. It's a whole freaking book right here. And they're all landing face down, y'all. Like, what the F-balls? That's crazy. The color I projected out was the Lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. Woo! The sun. Probably why we were all so hot on that upside down card. Sun, King, the Queen of Swords. When we just bashed through the sun, there's that green. Y'all were seeing this green. Oh, wow. And that's the High Priestess. Let's flip the holy shit. That's the Chariot, too. These guys are all upside down. So here's the green y'all are seeing, too. Knight of Pentacles, High Priestess, Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. See, Knight of Pentacles. That's going to end up being the Knights. The Knights come in pretty quick right after in the 70s. The Knights start showing up. And that's what I was seeing too. I was seeing Hellfire and Starfire right before I came on, and that's basically what we're building up to. Like the first 55, these first 72 cards take you to level 55, but level 72 is Aquatic Princess. And 73 is Meta Serious, and it builds, right? And Hellfire and Starfire come in the late 70s. Hellfire comes in 67. So we're real. I'm telling you the levels. And Hellfire 67, that's 13. And that's even part of the reason that they were having the kids say 6, 7. Why is that coming up? Propaganda. Hold on. I'm getting something. Not, because this was reversed. The High Priestess is involved. Then the world was upside, these were upside down, and the moon's upside down. The sun came out straight, though. But we do have the sun and the moon. So the High Priestess too, this is new moon. Well, and the sun and the moon are on a new frequency. Yeah, propaganda. I'm picking up something with the propaganda flipped. Like whatever. Realize that the High Priestess, we have the ability, we're changing the code. We're changing the story that the word, we're changing the alphabet that you put the letters in. The page no longer holds the words. You can't even give us a 3D story and it makes sense in our story now. You can't even give me 5 characters and pretend they're friends. There's too much going on in everything else that's involved about all those characters coming into one in your dimensional reality. The High Priestess is changing the money codes. That's why these guys are having to go a different direction, is what I'm getting. I'm not a tarot reader. Looks like something dropped in a circle, like a jar, on the High Priestess card. Well, and is that... And then we even talked about Jupiter. What we said, what's Jupiter and Leo? And I just said, it feels like it's your head. And this is Pleiades. And the Pleiades is holding this ring. This is basically Jupiter. This is like a projector even. And it's like a light bulb. Here it's coming out, and there's the projector. And you're looking forward. This is how this works. These have to line up, and then it pulls you through the moon. You see? Look back here. See how that's linked on her arm? See how her arm, that's because your arm, when you're in your 11th house energy, or at some point, like when I went raw, my arm was in the sun. Her arm's in, it could be in the sun, because if she's the moon, but that's left hand, so that's definitely the moon. But then this one would be in the sun. If she was the same being that was the sun, she might not be. She might be connected to it. See what I'm saying? And there's so many suns and moons. Now, this is even the Achilles heel because this wraps around your ankle. And we've even just ordered our legs unbound because in this etheric body, your legs can get tied together and you can get wrapped up on this thing. And that's literally a lot of people's problems with their knees and backs. You just need someone to align you. See? Alignment. So good point out on that. And there's our big circle too. And that's how this reading all started. Did anyone hear moon, that the word I was guided to send out? Oh yeah. Well, I just said it and there it is. So I got it. Or if you didn't say that. Also, see how it's pricked in there like it looks like a saber tooth, man. Oh, look, it's Imaretes. That looks like how they had stretched out and upside down in the astral. Yes, exactly. Exactly. There's a whole Andromeda. It's not just Andromeda, but there is a whole set of beings and groups of y'all that are more tied up into the Europe, London, Trinity, royal lines. These are ones I had to pull through, but different. Okay, and I had your hair is tied to your feet. Your hair is tied to their hair is tied. Well, first of all, they don't have a sarcophagus, they have a coffin. And the coffin, they're an organic being in the coffin, but they have a metal plate on half of their face. And their hair is tied, their energetic body is tied from their hair to their feet, and it doesn't connect in their stomach. You literally have to cross section their heart and I've only done it to women, so it was through their ovary connections, and reignite the solar plexus because there is no connection. They're completely getting their consciousness and everything from their head to their feet. If you have a metal plate. The Bane mask actually cuts off your solar plexus. And if your lips are ever sewed together on something, or like I know mine, I mean, this is why it's why I have so many teeth that I had to pull out of this because they were just breaking because they were doing so much root magic on everybody. But those alignments change and broke those root patterns. It was what they did after with the stolen teeth and shit in the biolabs that really pissed everybody off, and that's why everyone's coming for blood now. It ain't what was done the first 50 years on the planet. It's what was been done the last 3 when everyone knew who the fuck we really were, and they just kept going. Let's see, how long have I been on? An hour and a half. Thanks for I saw the message. It's evolution, and it's so stupid whenever you really know the whole picture, and it also had to play out. And what's so nuts about it is the more that you learn too about some of what we know was going on in Hollywood and in the dark side. The more that I know about some of this and the more that's coming to light, some of it was done to help us, even though it seemed evil as fuck. Because you got to remember, the angels come in and play the most sinister roles. We come in to fucking get it done. The true angelic warriors down here aren't the ones that you praise their name. They're the ones that's name was forgotten. And it's almost like the angels even, that's why everything also turned so bad, because it was all about death. You didn't become famous really until you died. But that's what happened in the 60s, because everything turned to death. That's why 72 life came back. But then you kill life as soon as it gets here in order to trap death into live death so that you can run drones. And I mean, it's fucking nuts. But I mean, we are dealing with King Charles on a spaniel and a fucking tablecloth on his head. I mean, which, by the way, is the direction that it's been, and you're only seeing how it's really been run this whole time. So are you really going to blame Elizabeth? I mean, try being in a queen line with all of y'all. Y'all just attack the living shit out of fucking anybody who tries to come and help you. Or you try to compete with it, or you try to, and everybody taking sides and saying, oh no, we're just going to stand together and say evolution's never going to happen. All right. How's that working out for you? We had to come master you're pissed off because we mastered your little wicca magic goo goo baba, and we did it without touching any nasty shit. But you took it all from our playbook, and you did it inverted for so long that you didn't even remember the base root of what it fucking was. Whoa. Blinded by the light. Wake up like a douche in the middle of the night, blinded by the light. And this is the Virgo, because as soon as we go to Leo, then we're going to get into this Virgo energy, and this is number 14 that came out before. This is the fifth element. Dallas has her pass. Dallas multipass. Dallas multipass. Bruce Willis. Your 1996 mirage of your transvestite in the red dress is no longer valid. Your 1996 mirage card has been revoked. Demi, you can take your Moorish, Irish, Nicole Kidman, Australian, Austria man wearing skid mark, and you can trolley all out here. 4 collective pipelines to 1 final current. That is why you're cosmic royalty. Remember, everything in Leo mirrors to Virgo. Leo and Virgo are your basic first, it's not even a twin set. It's a merger set. It's a film set. It's an edit set. It's 2 movies it's 1 movie, 1 being written from the past coming in, 1 being written from the future coming in, landing in 1 timeline, and they both converge into the same story. That's Leo and Virgo. But Pisces and Aquarius are involved, because they're the ones that are given time and paper to write the story. If Leo never shows up and gives the flowers to Virgo and just sells his part and then sells it to all the Tom, Dick, and Harrys, I don't know, like evil Iranian torture men and Argentina and Venezuelan pirates like that, then Virgo's going to school your fucking ass whenever you try to step foot in it. And then if you get, I don't know, gang shaboggled behind a barn, don't fucking get pissed off, because you did it to your feminine. Do you end up in jail and you're getting ass womp womp? Well, what are you bitching about? Number 9, the frequency of plasma. You better shut up and take it like a man. Get up and apologize. Because the only reason that you're in jail is because you refuse to. So the only reason you get womp womp up your woo wah is because you refuse to come to your feminine, and because you can't. I mean, these cards are not flipping. So you'd rather get woo-wad, and then you'd rather turn around and blame us and say it's all our fault, but you sold us to the devil and you didn't give a shit. I'm sorry, ain't gonna fucking cut it. No wonder I'm talking about cornholio. Right. Like you sign a contract to replace your feminine so you can get fame. Then you sell your soul for that. Then you sell your body to be taken over by a complete entity it's foreign to you, and you sell out your entire people, Joseph. And then you wear an amazing dream coat, and it's really great until the coat starts losing its magic thread. But then you realize the magic thread came from the golden girl that you just thought was fucking nothing, that you made fun of and fucking aired your dirty laundry all over the world. You told everyone in the industry about me. You told everyone about what we could do. You had all of them watching us the whole time. You thought that you had control over it, but you're dealing with wizards, warlocks, and fucking magicians from another fucking level. You're signed up on a dreadlock deal. You're fucking wanting to get into music industry. You want to bring whoever you want with you, but you're just going to take over someone else's destiny to bring them because you think that you have the right to do that. And then you get upset because you're not getting your fucking way. And then you say it's all our fault. It's an interesting fucking concept. I mean, we were only the girls that were here to get all you men out of jail. We're the daughters who came and cleared your name. And then you turned around and fucking did it to us, and you proved us wrong. You proved us wrong. You're not who you say you are. Your spirit might be amazing. And what's crazy is that we were assigned to you. I fought the dragons to get away from you. Because if you're a spiritual female, you're just assigned to fucking Osiris. It doesn't matter who's running Osiris. You're just assigned to his ass. And you've got to fight the dragons. And I told him, that motherfucker is mean to me down here, and he never does what he tells you he's going to do. He's a liar, and he's a cheat. And I got punished for standing up with the dragons. And I got punished for not obeying. And then they watched him fucking do it. He set himself up. It took 5 years, but this is how you catch a warlock. And I was made to fucking do it, baby. I'm a Venus flytrap like a motherfucker. Like, why the hell were you over here fucking with me? I'm not made to be fucked with. I'm made to be collaborated with. I'm made to be connected with. I'm made to share. I'm not made to drain, fucking dry, monopolize, and spit out whatever the fuck you want. It's your fucking command. Ooh, this energy's pissing me off all of a sudden. Exactly. We're not dealing with it anymore. We've had enough. Now she's right up. And here's your sword. So let's just command the wheel turned. And we command the world be turned to our right, to whatever right side up is for the ones that are actually doing good. How about that? Right side up for whatever current is actually producing something that's good and helpful and teaching people. It's not siphoning, it's not stealing from them. It's helping create a stabilized world where we don't fucking need to suck each other dry to survive. And we have the strength to do it. And we're in Leo. And that's what the fuck we're doing. So we can fill that cup. Because that cup's still fucking upside down because we can't even catch it yet. But it's coming in with the moon. It's coming in with the moon. Wow, that's interesting. I don't know if I should take 7 or 3. I'm going to take 3. That's 3 on the 10th. So here we go. Let's also like, wow. So back to our imagery again. Because we've got this card out here too. And we just really looked at the high priestess, like really looked at it really good. So look how this is. And this would be Capricorn up here because this is the peacock. So Deneb peacock. This is Capricorn. So this is her left arm. So that's the moon. Moon is connected into Capricorn on the pillars to the butterfly. Oh my gosh, is that a hair? It looks like a string. Look. All of a sudden, I'm seeing the orange cones. I just saw an orange cone. And the pinnacles are on it, but there's our flower. See, our flower's down here with these pinnacles. There's our little ladybug. Here's all our stuff is all our stuff's down here. Here's our pretty dress. Here's our pretty flowers. Here's all that. It's even growing up the back. It's like shit. Look back there. I mean, it's growing all the way up. There's a vine up there. There's where the butterflies are coming. This lattice work right here. Now look what I'm seeing. This looks like a Fabergé egg. And with the star. And there's the machine. And it legit is a fucking machine like that, y'all. And this is Mary Magdalene energy. This water dragon has actually been spotted. We've taken a form. This is a water dragon. This is the feminine. This is 424 energy. That's 424. A water form to a 66. It's going to take its own form. The masculine of that would be 434, which is 77, which would be the angle. So this is 424. This is 434. These coming together then create this. Because that's a 60. Whoa. Oh wow, the titties. Can I show that on here? We found that they're Walt Disney. This is moon. The moon's titties are at 32 degrees west. The moon's titties are 32 degrees. Buttery nipples. Russian code. Buttery nipple. Your buttery nipple has swang the Russian flag. Swang it. Mike Willis. ExxonMobil, buttery nipples. No more buttery nipples. 32 degrees west at the bottom of the ocean. That's where those little nipples are. There are nipples out there. That's what I just saw. And they even look blue like that. It's on my Instagram, House of Coachie, if you want to go look at that. But they even look blue like that. And this is also the blue. Pleiadians are blue. Pharaohs are blue. You're blue. No oxygenated blood doesn't mean that you're not alive, because the body uses a different blood becomes something a little different in the higher energetics. That's what we're proving now. blood pressure drops to under 100 at the top. It's like you have a blood pressure like a child. I don't even know. It's going to be interesting to see what we look like on the inside when we get some people that we can trust instead of wanting to freaking do bullshit. I also command any medical and dental stuff that's wrapped up on anybody on this live right now to be cut. Any traps set at any x-ray places, cut it. Override, it's already been done and paid for. You can't run x-ray film and lock any of my people down because their roots won't go as deep as mine. There's no reason to do it and you won't be allowed to do it. I don't know. This is all coming up. Now I'm seeing x-ray machines and shit. That stuff happened to me, man. I'd go to the dentist 2020, all my teeth are busting out of my mouth because they want to kill us all because they want to stop the dentist. 2020, they had everything shut down. They take me to Nucla, Colorado, which by the way is where Thelma and Louise was filmed. Out in the middle of fucking nowhere with my tooth exploded in my mouth and wasn't helping me get a dentist. We had to drive to Denver to get it. When we got there, the dentist office was shut down. I was the only person there. And there's a dude that comes to pick me up with the guy who's traveling with the government that's an astrophysicist that's been setting me up this whole fucking time. And Ari Carlos, you are fucked, man. Pickles. Fried pickles, Charlie. Fried pickles. Ricky. Green screen. That's why, too, y'all are hearing green. Green screen. They literally had a green screen. They traveled. There's a green screen. I have a picture. They had a massive green screen parked underneath my fucking hotel in Calabasas. I mean, they do it right in front of your face. They're fracking your fields. I mean, when I walk outside and I look up into my hotel room, underneath my hotel room on the second floor is a giant green screen that covers 3 hotel rooms underneath my room. It was parked out there for 3 days. Then I go to the Mirage in the middle of the freaking desert and Ricky's there. Really? That's where Anna Nicole was. So then you followed me there. Then that's where you had set up for the mud and all this shit and the raps and all this, man. It got bad. But I'm just letting you know that if you're just lollygagging in your mission and you think that you're just going to these places and you think it's just going to be an easy spiritual ride and you're going to show up and everything's going to be great, I really hope that that is what you get. But you're going to have to clear the energy one way or another. If you really are a powerful source, when you're coming in, you aren't realizing how powerful you are. You're not realizing what timeline it really is. You're not realizing what energy you're in there playing. And there a lot of the times in this system, they're fucking sitting there waiting for your ass because they know that your heart's just been open and they think you're naive to it. And I'm not saying be paranoid. I'm saying be conscious, and I'm saying be prepared, and I'm saying command. And that's why we run the calendars the way we do. You clear that energy to go somewhere before you clear it. Don't think that you're just going to go into a new place and you're just going to be able to walk in there, especially if you're traveling and especially if it's some type of spiritual thing. People think that you walk in, and I did too. I thought it was a safe place. No, you're going into the viper's nest. You still need to be there. You still need to be there. I'm going through the process now of getting it together enough to go back into some of those groups because I haven't been around in the physical with any of them. I don't know what they're talking about on the physical level. You know, I'm going to be getting back around that. People respond to me in the physical I can be like this. Just depends. But that needs to be mirrored in the felt in the physical, because our energy needs to be moved around and spread around. But just because you think you're going to a full moon ceremony and everyone's going to be your friend, I'm telling you right now, that's a breeding ground. They're there they especially right now, because we just cut the power off. So what's also happening that everyone needs to be aware of in the spiritual community is the ones that were in lead position, that their bulbs just went out, they're looking for replacements. Who's next in line? Who can we jump and wrangle? And this is where, just all of a sudden you'll be like, what the fuck? Well, okay, take it as a compliment. In the middle of it, it ain't going to feel like a compliment. But haven't you been asking to learn and show you how to deal with some shit? Don't you want to see that you can protect yourself? Don't you want to be shown stuff like I've been shown on Living Land, on how you can do it, on how you can draw a little sigil and freaking change the whole event? That's what I did. You'll be shown how to flip this cup. You'll be shown you have the Leo. You'll be shown your connections. You'll be shown, and you will never, ever, ever, ever be afraid again. That's not something I can tell you. This living land system of your heart and of Virgo, this is what we want you to learn. We're helping you. We're putting you in a little training so you can see it. We're not calling them out to come get you. That's just happening. No, you're going because you can handle it. You're going because you're ready. And you're there to show them what we can really do. You're showing them that we've been the one that's been towing the road. We wear it proudly. Moon's down here. Isn't that what you want control of? When you and whenever you come in, and I'm having to do it now, right now, it's like, y'all, I don't have one friend in the United States. Not one. Not one. Not one in my physical being do I have a friend in the United States right now that I can go to. There's only 2 people besides the 2 people that I live here in this house that I speak to that are even in the United States, but they're too far away to drive to. I only speak to 7 people in my world on a daily basis, and more than half of them are not in this country. I've lived in this state. I have rebirthed it. I have been in this house for 8 years. I have been in the industry. I was taken out. I was erased, all that shit. My whole family thinks I just doesn't want to talk to me for whatever fucking reason. But, if your excuse was that I was in superposition holding antimatter, well, excuse is up. So I'll be expecting the doorbell to ring. And if not, then that's your deal. And if you don't want me to be your family, fine. I don't want you in mine either. Congratulations, you got to pass to Earth. And I paid for it for you to get here. So if you're going to shun me without even coming over here and talking to me, I don't want you in my fucking life. Not after everything that I went through to save your ass. And you don't even want to come over here and talk to me? You just want to shun me and act like I don't exist at all? Do you realize that's the worst thing you could ever do to anybody? And what did I do to deserve it? Not a goddamn thing. Not a fucking thing. Is that my problem? Nope. Not anymore. It's 18 years. Time's up. Does that sound cold? I'm not going to cry about it anymore. I'm not going to let them use me I'm not going to let them use it against me anymore. I hope it all comes together. I hope one day he'll come over here and let me tell him the truth. Right now, he's so mind-fucked to hell, I don't even know. I have no idea. None at all. And this is the child that I was pumped full of liquid mercury in order to bring in here that toppled your real estate market. And it is what the fuck it is. Because of who I am. And if I would have known who and what I was, I wouldn't have had a child. You going to blame that on me too? If I would have known this is what I was doing, then I wouldn't have done it. Does that mean I don't want you here? No, it don't mean it at all. It mean I brought you here and I fought tooth and nails and I died for you more times than you could ever possibly imagine. And if you don't respect that, then fine. You go learn on your own. But you won't disrespect me. And whoever it is that says that they're my mother and father, no, you're not. I don't know who the fuck you are. And neither can you control the adopted family and the beings in my house anymore because you said in a coven that you were and you pawned me off in some system a long time ago and you've been banking on it ever fucking since. I don't know who the fuck you are. You should have made that known if you wanted a connection. It ain't the mother's job to be everyone's fucking sacrifice. And nobody care about the mother. The ones that held wisdom down here, everybody just discounted. You wanted a shiny figure. You wanted a figurine. You wanted it to look and feel and smell the way you wanted it to look. You wanted it to be Andy. You wanted it to be Buzz Lightyear. You wanted it to be anything than what it fucking really was because it terrifies you that it's the real deal and now you've got to change. Well, that's what it is. That's what it is. And now it is what the fuck it is. You're not going to blame. And I'm so tired of this fucking energy. Like, there's the pinnacle, motherfucker. There's the cup. There we are right there. You had us. You let us go. That's not our fault. You didn't care. All you focused on was this. This is all you wanted. You wanted this. You wanted this. You wanted to bind this hand, cut this hand off, get this bitch's fingers, freaking do voodoo on her hair, fucking anything you could do in order to line it up. And you never had to. All you motherfuckers that are doing love magic on us, do you know the reason that we're not together? You did love magic on us. You can't do magic on us. You cannot do magic on us. Anything that you do magic on us to do, it will counteract. You will not. If you're trying to do love spells on somebody like me, oh shit. Oh shit. That's the best way to make me your mortal fucking enemy. And I don't care if it's for good or not. You can't fuck with my free will. Why are you even doing that? You're so used to doing magic on people to get what you want that you don't even know how to fucking show up at someone's door? You got to stage a whole event. You got to take away all my money. You got to leave me with nothing. Because why? You were going to turn around and come save the day? Well, that's the Illuminati standby fucking program. I mean, hello. Do you not think that we know that one? We're the ones who make something out of nothing. It isn't our fault that you didn't realize we was the ones on the bottom everybody was looking for. But you knew something was special about us the minute that you did it. But you still did it. We went the opposite route. No, we hold the coin and the star that makes the flowers. And we didn't know either. And thank you for reminding us, and thank you for showing us, and you're going to keep showing us, and we're going to show you because we learn from each other. It is what it is. It's a balance of what you call light and dark. It is the medium. You have to get to that point. You have to see the medium. Every time you have some light energy that comes in, it's going to get met with something dark. You can't help it. If you're going out during the day, and you can go during the day and do stuff, and then you go out and you can, okay, I can go out for a little bit, but when it gets dark I want to go home. I get that. I totally get that. But realize then, when you wait till it's dark and you go out, and then you go out and push your energy in the dark, and then in some of the denser places, you need to practice that to an extent, because not practicing that to an extent is what gets you caught up in your bedroom, sealed up, not being able to breathe, cut off from the consciousness, because you don't know how to go push your way through the ants in that dense energy. You're used to a controlled atmosphere. You can control your atmosphere. This is density is ahead, angelic protection. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Moving through these mercurial states. It's quantum, it's molecular. You're the human. You tell it what to do. And any fear that you have is going to manifest on the other side of the wall until you clear. And if you feel like you need this protection right now, you can take a screenshot right now of this card. Take a screenshot right now. And go draw this or print it and cut it out or leave it like this, whatever. I'll do it again. There you go. I'm going to put my finger out of the way. Here. And these work. There. When you draw it, it doesn't have to be perfect at all. Just don't pick up your pen. Don't pick up your pen, and your intention is to put a wall of protection in the grid. Again, this is the cosmos. And these are points in the cosmos. So your intention is to put up a wall, one energetic protection holding this grid to this grid from Cancer up here. That's it. Everything else is going to get caught into that net, and you're going to be able to see it. This helps. This is density ahead. Grit your teeth. You can call him back up, but you just got to burn through it. There's no other way. You just got to burn through it. And then I got the sun over here upside down. We've got strength over here with the heart in this Virgo connection. I'm about to wrap this up. I've got the world staring at me. We've got Mercury, the Mercury film, and this is that Mercury retrograde. And there is no Mercury running, y'all. Like this is we're in this live experiment right now. This is the first time that our brains are so lucified up. They're so loosey that the Mercury is going to be forming quicker off the film than on the film. And we don't know what that looks like yet. Neptune is currently direct. It's going to go retrograde. When Neptune goes retrograde, it's all the veils are going to be ripped off that are holding some type of weird illusion. Neptune retrograde, it calls bullshit. It's real fucking easy to see everything when Mercury's retrograde. I mean Neptune. And Mercury. So right now Mercury is retrograde. That's why everything's stalling right now. Everything feels kind of weird because all of this is culminating because it's going to spit because we just had this full moon. This is what's up here. This is what, look. And then this was a new moon before that. So this was new moon on Bellatrix. We had the glitch. Remember? Then now the Mercury retrograde's lining up on the mind patterns. This is a hive mind. This is Sirius B. This is the densest part of the water. This is underneath the water. These are currents going through the water. That's what Mercury is moving this with. Make yourself as comfortable as possible if you get uncomfortable. This is also Jupiter and Leo. It's going into your body. It's surging through your body, not your brain, not your mind. Again with Uranus, and that flew over here in the moon. So, and this was the Bellatrix new moon that we just had. So this Bellatrix new moon and Mercury getting cut off. So whatever we were manifesting here is what is... It's catching on. Look at that. It's catching on. Whatever us as a collective. Now hear what I'm saying. This is a new message. Oh, look. It's like everybody in hell saw what we just did, and they're like, holy shit, yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah, I'm getting this right now. It's like they when this new moon came in and this glitch came into the system, it's like we put new system protocols in place. In hell. It's like there literally is, this energy's all charged now because you shouldn't be down there anyway. The moon is, but this is Uranus. But see, this guy's fixing to go into hell. No, Uranus is in hell. Mars is about to be there. So Mars is on the way into hell. But whenever this new moon happened, they got a preview of what we have done, and they're like, yes. Hold on. They're like, holy shit, wait a minute. You can get out of this. You can clean this. You can move this. You can use this energy to create more energy. Everybody was running out of energy. We can use our energy fields to create more energy. We can do that consciously. We can connect and do that. We can do that without any type of equipment. We can do that in the consciousness. We can charge the consciousness. We can collectively make a charge. Yeah, that's how you're doing it. You just were doing it unconsciously. What, in green? Y'all are all getting green. What color did you name? Is the color in here? When we did that exercise, is your color in here? That'll give you an idea. If you're yellow, then woo, the whole thing too. All right. I love y'all. Michelle and I will be, she's getting her computer back to her house, and we'll be able to, we're waiting for the dice to come in really to get the bags out, to get the cards out. That's why I'm not pushing it right now, but if you do want to order, you can at CHee72.com. These are the CHee72 cards. If you want to order there, somebody said something about draconic charts or something. If you're looking for something, want us to do a chart, whatever. If you order the cards, you'll have everything you need to do to have a full reading. So just keep that in mind, because the cards you can pull, and if you just want us to check and make sure that you have the card points right, then the cheapest way is to get the soy. Because we'll send you a digital copy of exactly the cards with all the words and everything of your chart, either draconic or natal. I don't think we should do progressed yet. But once we get going and we get more people and more of this system online and more of this working in a congruent pattern over the rest of this year, then progressed is where we should all be looking at, because that tells you where you're at right now, and that moves. And it moves. Your progressed moves. Tells you what you're dealing with right now. All right. Love y'all.